place where everybody had a hustle. Some people had brains, some people had muscle, some people had both, a dangerous combination. A couple steps ahead of any sticky situation. Know when to make the move and know when to stay and be patient. And just because you're flesh and blood doesn't make you related. She used to tell me a story about the amazing Glaze. Him and your pops was like brothers, but that nigga was crazy. Me in early, late 80s, Brooklyn.
Hey, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you joined me for the very first time, I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, support. Hey, let's get straight to it. I was listening to Vlad interviewing Bobby Shmurda. So, as he interviewing Bobby saying how much he hates snitch, based upon what happened to his dad, based upon he allegedly, blasted somebody for, snitching on him. Right now, Bobby, if that's the way you feel, you cannot discriminate. Because once again, you saying you can't stand or you hate snitch, but you have a special, unique bond with Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. Make it make sense, Bob. Everybody know Fat Cat. Good guy. Love him to death. But everybody know that he made a deal. Everybody know that he cooperated. Right now so it's no secret. Everybody know that. You don't be in a federal witness protection program if you didn't make no deal. Everybody, well, he only told on himself. That's not true, folks. That's not true. So I want y'all to listen to Bobby. And I'll be back.
I'm going to say Rats was talking about all these snitches. Because personally, me, my father got 120 years. His friend snitched on him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
His friend snitched, and then I had to shoot one of my friends when I was like 15, 16. He's not dead. Don't worry, he's not dead. He still lives in the hood. Still, can't go to jail. It's been over 10 years or so. This thing. But yeah, Vlad, shit got real, bro. So snitches and me personally, I don't really like snitches. You know what I'm saying? I know I do business. See, the snitch to me is a person that portrays to be a gangster. If he's a civilian's a civilian. You know what I'm saying? But if you portraying to be a gangster, then you telling on people. Now, I'm not saying I'm talking.
Is there any people that you met in there that you caught a genuine vibe off of? Because it's sometimes when you been in jail, you meet some niggas, you be like, damn, this nigga feel like my brother.
I think somebody I still talk to this day. Is this old guy. His name, they used to call him, Nicholas Fat Cat. They used to call him one of my workout partners. Free my boy.
Wow, legendary, Fat Cat. He was locked up with Fat Cat.
He was the most genuine guy I ever met.
Yeah, Nichols.
Nichols. Most genuine guy I ever met in my life, you know what I'm saying? They tell you all these horrible stories about, but this guy like the coolest, but the biggest heart ever. You know
That's and for people that wow.
He still call my phone today.
Right, wow, that's crazy. I mean, because when I was locked up with his nephew, Ty. Yeah, I know Ty. Yeah, definitely. And because I think Cat was in the feds at this time. The fact that this it's a generational gap, but we still end up at the same place, right? You was locked up with Fat Cat Nichols, Queens, a legendary figure in the Queens drug world, the underworld, whatever you want to call it. Wow, that's crazy. And y'all met in Clinton.
Yeah, then they had us in the max, locked up 23 hours. They had us in a little jail inside the jail.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Locked up 23 hours, but he's a cool ass nigga that kept I tell you this, I wouldn't have made it out here.
Right.
If it wasn't for him, because there's a lot of trouble he kept me out of.
So it was shit that you wanted to be involved in. It was like, what nigga? This nigga.
Nigga almost caught 2 in. Yeah, they stopped me, man. Boy, I tell you, son, he's a real genuine person, bro. And he do it. Out of everybody, they would just want to see something sometimes. And he told me that. He said, you got to watch them people around you, Bobby, because sometimes they'll make you do something, want to see something. And I'm going to be grabbing me with me.
Okay, so y'all got a chance to listen to Bobby when he was on Vlad. And as he spoke, how he hates snitches. Then you got a chance to listen to him as far as right now with Mano when he first came home and how he praised Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. And like I told you folks, listen, Cat is a good guy. Cat have changed over the damn years. So when he was telling Mano how Cat saved his life, he did the same shit with me. He saved my life a couple times. If it was for him, guess what? I'd have been dead. I still got 1,000 years in prison. But by me listening to him, paying attention to him, is why I'm free. But once again, message to Bobby. You cannot discriminate. Either you hate Rat or you don't. You can't hate 99 Rat, but one Rat you love because he saved you when you was in PC and Clinton. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. If I can change, anybody can change. One.
Brian had associated himself with probably the most ruthless and notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city, that being Howard Happy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, whoa.
You actually dealt with Brian Glaze, huh?
I dealt with him years ago, back in the 80s, early 90s. I was where he was arrested by my partner back in those days for several murders himself.
Not bad. I was given to me by a police officer in New York called Matt Byrne, whose son was gunned down by these drug dealers up there in New York City.
Glaze was probably within the top 10 people in the city, but I'm going to say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers, and controlled the drug organization.
And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here. Yeah. Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead.
Is this the second person you murdered?
No. Because, like right now, if you're going by the timeline, by that time, there's a few more before him.
You know, I heard so many good things about you. What I really like is, I know you're a tough guy. And I've known that for quite a while, and you changed your life, and you're coming around, and you're right. We're from New York, and we're New Yorkers. No matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter what you are, you know, we're New Yorkers.
Well, he was a drug kingpin himself. He was a drug lord himself back in those days, and he operated out of Brooklyn and East New York, and you know, he committed a lot of violent acts himself. So if anybody knows the streets, I mean, he knows the streets.
Tottenham. Yeah, you gotta worry about them guys. But we only have to worry about those guys in Vanderveer and stuff. You know, we all knew Glaze and Tottenham, all those guys.
Yeah.
I know Glaze, Supreme Team. What up, Glaze? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, inside the mind of the killer, the brain.